still think this is a tactic that we should be going for? Or do you think we should be making the more fundamental moral argument a lot more all the time? Or do you think that's maybe going to
Well, I think you need to do both, but there's no question that without the fundamental argument, we will lose, and we are losing, right? I mean, who would have thought that in the 21st century, people would be talking about tariffs seriously and coming up with bizarre excuses, and even people who supposedly support free markets, claiming that tariffs somehow help you. It just shows how much we failed. You can make the argument quite easily about minimum wage. Let's say minimum wage is incredibly destructive. It hurts the people you're trying to help. It hurts the poorest of the poor, right? Maybe it helps a certain layer of the poor, but the layers below it hurts them. Like teenage minority kids in the U.S. are really hurt by minimum wages, right? And you can make that argument, and you can draw the graphs, and you can show supply and demand. It's pretty straightforward. It's not really that complicated economically. And all the kids will take the exam, and they'll all get the answer right. And then at the end, you'll ask them, are you for or against minimum wage? And everybody would be for it. And I've run this experiment, right, in economics class. So if we don't deal with the more fundamental, then we're bound to lose. And I think one of the saddest thing of the kind of free market classical liberal movement is the fact that it's many economic giants did not take Ayn Rand's philosophy seriously, and were not willing to kind of embrace a much more fundamental, ethical, moral, philosophical defense of capitalism, and stuck to kind of, it works over and over again. I mean, Milton Friedman's videos are brilliant. I don't know if you see them once in a while on YouTube. Like he's brilliant at explaining these simple things. And, nobody, and he had a huge audience. And yet it hasn't made a dent. I mean, we're seeing it right now where the world is becoming more statist, and where the right, which used to be a little bit, at least in words, pro-free markets, is turned completely against free markets. And there's basically, in the West, with one exception, in the Western world today, there's no political party that is actually pro-free markets. What's the one exception? Argentina, it's Milei. But that's it. There's absolutely, you don't have anybody here in the UK. We certainly don't have anybody in the US. Europe doesn't have a political party that is pro-free markets, because these are fundamental issues that unless we challenge them, we lose.